sure I know who's who before I get to the point of calling the calendar. So when you hear your case call, Mr. Morgan, that'll be the time for you to make the announcement that you're here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I've now placed this on YouTube, so we are live. For the record, today is November 16th, 2022. This is the 8:30 a.m. civil dispossessory calendar. My name is Brad Gardner. I'm going to be the judge presiding over this hearing today. The purpose of this hearing is twofold: settlement conference and/or trial, if you can't reach a settlement. So as I go through the calendar, I'm going to ask if, when both sides are present, whether it'll be beneficial to have a conversation about how to resolve your matter. And if both sides agree, I'll place you in a breakout room and you can have a conversation about your matter. And if you reach a resolution, great. If you don't reach a resolution, great. But if you don't reach a resolution, we'll then have a trial. And in landlord-tenant or dispossessory law is really kind of straightforward for things that we have to deal with or determine. So with that being said, I'm going to begin with position 1, which is slightly different than the other cases that I believe I have on this calendar. And that's Antoine Palmer versus Tiffany Palmer.
Here, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Palmer, can you turn your camera
on?
There we go. There we go. Mr. Palmer, you're currently in a divorce matter with Tiffany Palmer before Judge Mason, correct?
Yes, sir.
And this property is subject to settlement agreement as it relates to that divorce, correct?
We do not have agreement, sir.
I did not say you had an agreement. I said this property is subject to the divorce, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this matter is going to be dismissed. This is something that you have to deal with in the divorce.
Okay,
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about that?
What will be my next step then, sir?
You have a lawyer in the divorce, correct?
No, sir. I didn't have enough money to pay for my lawyer, so I had to let my lawyer go.
I saw that you filed an answer on your own, but then it looked like you hired a lawyer that filed a separate answer and counterclaim.
Yes, I had a lawyer, but due to my money situation, I had to let my lawyer go, sir.
Okay, I understand that. What I cannot do is you're basically doing what we would call in the legal community as judge shopping or forum shopping, meaning you're filing stuff in different courtrooms that all can be handled in one courtroom. So because this divorce is pending before Judge Mason, if you have any concerns about the property and what's going on, that needs to be handled by Judge Mason. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is going to be dismissed, and you can go back to Judge Mason and seek whatever remedy you believe you're entitled to.
I understand, sir. Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. Position 2, 4233 Jonesboro Road, Parkside Crossing Apartments versus Shantisha Holloway.
Good morning, Your Honor. Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Mr. Phillips. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well. And do we have Miss Holloway present?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe it'll be beneficial, Mr. Phillips, to have a conversation with Miss Holloway before we move forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're willing to speak to Mr. Phillips, Miss Holloway?
Yes.
And as I indicated before, you're not required to reach an agreement, but it may assist you to be able to have that. So I'm going to mark this down. And when the time comes, I'm going to put you all in breakout room 1. Position 3, Riverdale Clayton versus LaShondra Hope Joshua Johnson.
Ready for plaintiff.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Judge.
And is anyone present on behalf of LaShondra Pope or Joshua Johnson?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Thank you. Position 4, Blue Magma Residential Park at Leeds versus Andriel Bell.
Yes.
Ms. Bell is present. And it says there's an attorney, Fred Joseph Rushing, on behalf of Park at Leeds.
I'm not sure, but I do know that my rent is paid current up to date, that the rental assistance paid it. So I'm not too sure on why.
Okay. I'll come back to you, ma'am.
Okay.
But it looks like this matter may
Because
get
they just
dismissed.
paid it not too long ago. They paid it up until January, so I'm not behind. There's no eviction, there's no nothing.
Okay.
The Georgia rental paid it.
Okay. I'm gonna look into it. It may appear that this matter is going to be dismissed.
Okay.
Position 5, Rohan Francis versus Kajana Lord, John Lord. Is Rohan, Rohan Francis present? Is Kajana Lord present or John Lord present? Okay. Looks like that'll be dismissed for warrant of prosecution. Position 6, Riverwood Housing, Riverwood Townhomes versus Shelley Lopez.
I'm here.
Good morning, Your Honor. Gracie Barksdale, ready for the plaintiff.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Hold on one second. Thank you, Miss Barksdale. Miss Lopez.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm gonna have to rename you. I saw you come in, but I did not want to stop what I was doing. Miss Barksdale, do you believe it would be beneficial to speak to Miss Lopez before?
Yes, Judge will speak.
Okay, Miss Lopez, are you okay with speaking to
Yeah.
Miss Barksdale?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you'll be in breakout room 2. Position 7, Hometown Realty LLC versus. Okay, I'm gonna have to spell this. Jaka.
Education in Brazil.
Jacacelin, Brazil. Okay.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Is anyone present on behalf of Hometown Realty? Okay.
I know that he sent in an email. I'm up to date current. There's no eviction out. And he sent the email stating that as well. So there's information for that.
Okay. All right. I'll come back to you, ma'am. Position 8, Fortis Property Management, Winstead Apartments versus Alex Hamilton.
Ready for plaintiff, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is Alex Hamilton present?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes, sir. Position 9 is ICER of Hampton Down LLC versus the Gia Whitfield or Deja Whitfield, DAJIA. All right. Doesn't appear to be anyone present for that case. Position 10, Berkshire Duplexes versus Tierra Lauder. Okay. Doesn't appear anyone is present. Position 11, Strata Hanover LLC versus Shaquana Elwiston and all other occupants.
Gracie Barksdale ready for the plaintiff.
Okay. And Miss Eggleston.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Miss Barksdale, do you believe it'll be beneficial to speak to Miss Eggleston?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
And Miss Eggleston, are you willing to speak to Miss Barksdale?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to move you around, Miss Barksdale. That's going to be breakout room 3. Position 12, PC Avenue 33 LLC versus Marquisha Mack and all other occupants.
Gracie Barksdale ready for the plaintiff.
And is Marquisha Mack present? Okay.
Move to strike at the appropriate time, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. Position 13, DAG Holdings LLC Valdez Leora versus Corey Morgan.
Yeah,
Miss-
Tony
Miss
Morgan here present for Corey Morgan.
Miss Morgan, you're here. Is anyone present on behalf of DAG Holdings or Leora Valdez? Okay. I'm going to come back to you, Mr. Morgan, because you have a counterclaim that was filed. This is 14, the Park at London LLC, Park at London versus Kayla Boatwright or Tracy McMillan.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
Okay. Is Kayla Boatwright or Tracy McMillan present?
Move to strike.
Okay. Position 15, Park at London versus Travis McNeil.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
I thought I saw Travis McNeil. I guess he's not present.
It say he just left, Judge.
I'm sorry, who said that?
I'm sorry, this Miss Eggleston. It said Travis McNeil left at the top of the screen.
Hmm. Okay, I see a Travis McNeil.
Yeah, I'm here. I just some reason I got kicked out, but I logged back in.
Okay. Mr. Phillips, do you believe it would be beneficial to speak to Mr. McNeil?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. McNeil, are you willing to
Yes.
speak to Mr. Phillips?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Position 16, Bloom at Jonesboro versus Joseph Cook.
Your Honor, that's paid. That's going to be a dismissal.
Okay.
Wake up.
Position 17, Madison Heights Apartments versus Nishanta Stafford. Anyone present on behalf of Madison Heights Apartments? Anyone present on behalf of Nishanta Stafford? Okay, that'll be a dismissal for warrant of prosecution. Position 18, Forest Creek Apartments versus Sorry Banks.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
Three Banks here.
Okay,
Let's hear.
okay, I thought I heard two announcements or three announcements
Yes, I'm the landlord.
It's my
for
client.
Forest Creek Apartments.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Phillips, do you believe it'll be beneficial to speak to Ms. Banks before having the trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Banks, are you willing to speak to Mr. Phillips?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you, Ms. Marshall.
You're welcome.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Okay, Angel Jones Realtor. You have to mute yourself if you're going to be having third-party conversations.
I apologize, Judge. I'm sorry.
Okay. Position 19, Mary Ellison versus Wayne Johnson. Anyone present on behalf of MB Ellison trustee Mary Ellison? Is anyone present on behalf of Wayne Johnson? Okay, that'll be a dismissal for warrant of prosecution. Position 20, Village at Panther Creek versus Marcus Jones.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
Okay. Is Marcus Jones present?
Move to strike.
Yes, sir. Position 21, Rajan Modi versus Nicole Berry. Is Rajan Modi present? Is Nicole Berry present? That'll be a dismissal for warrant of prosecution. Position 22, Winthrop Forest Apartments versus Darius Sexton, Lakeisha Smith.
Gracie Barksdale for the plaintiff.
Okay.
Present.
I'll talk with the judge.
Okay. And are you willing to speak to Miss Barksdale?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Okay. And hold on one second. We have so many people, I got to flip back and forth between screens. So I didn't see who made that announcement.
Darius Sexton and Lakeisha Smith.
And you both are in the same location?
No, sir.
Okay. See, Mr. Sexton. Let me see. The person that has Keisha Smith, are you Lakeisha Smith?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And just so you know, I have to identify you all because when I start moving you into breakout rooms, I have to know who I'm moving. Position 23, Gold Property Partners versus LaKenya Ryan.
Yeah, that's resolved. It's paid up.
And you are Miss Ryan. Is anyone present on behalf of Gold Properties? Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Miss Ryan.
Okay.
Position 24, Elite at 285 versus Brittany Cassidy.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff. I'm dismissing this case.
Okay. Position 25, Park at London versus Alex Mallet.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff. I'm dismissing this case.
Okay. Position 26, Elite at 285 versus Andrew Jefferson.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff. I'm dismissing this case, but there's a counterclaim.
Is Andrell Jefferson present? Okay. I'm going to note and dismiss the counterclaim because Ms. Jefferson is not present. Position 27, Archway Apartments versus Roderick Dawkins.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff. I'm dismissing.
Okay.
I'm present as well.
Ms. Phyllis, I'm beginning to believe you just wanted to see my face today.
Well, I try to make it as easy as I can. I believe Mr. Dawkins has vacated the property. Is that correct, Mr. Dawkins?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm dismissing this case, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Dawkins, sir, you can be dismissed upon the announcement that the case is going to be dismissed. So I don't want you hanging on any longer than you have to.
Sure.
Enjoy your day.
All right, you too.
Position 28, Enclave at Riverdale versus Nikhil Watts.
Enclave at Riverdale here, and we're going to dismiss.
Okay. And you're Miss Walker?
Yes.
And is Nikhil Watts present? Okay. So there's a counterclaim, and I'm going to dismiss the counterclaim because Miss Watts is not present. And Miss Walker, is that your only case?
That's it.
You can be excused, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Position 29, My Rent Source LLC versus Cynthia Barnett. Is My Rent Source LLC anyone present on behalf of that person? Cynthia Barnett, anyone present on behalf of Miss Barnett? Position 30, James Joyner versus Letitia Davis.
James Joyner is present.
Okay, is Letitia Davis present? Okay. Now I'll come back to you, Mr. Joyner. Position 31, Tricon American Homes versus Dee Dee Ward.
I'm here.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff. I'm dismissing this case.
Okay. So, Miss Ward, with the announcement of Mr. Phillips, you can be excused, ma'am. This case is going to be dismissed.
Okay, I just had one question, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
There was a relocation fee
contingent upon me moving out. And we were out, so I'm just trying to see what happens with that.
I have no idea.
Your Honor, it sounds like they may have entered into a cash for keys agreement or something. So she needs to talk to the property manager.
Okay.
Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
Position 32, Battle Creek Village versus Erica Hines.
Ready for plaintiff, Your Honor.
Good morning. I'm here, Erica Hines.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, do you believe it'll be beneficial to speak to? Okay. And Ms. Hines, are you willing to speak to Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. Position 33, Icier of Terror Boulevard versus Flora Joseph.
Chief Administrative Judge M. Bryan of Yisrael National U.S. Federal Court here representing Flora Joseph.
Whoa, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Barksdale, you're representing Icier of Terror Boulevard?
Ready for the plaintiff?
Okay. Mr. Bryant.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain to me what you just said? Because I did not understand it.
All right, that's the titles of
and
my court.
Please put your camera on.
Not a problem. Yes, I'm Chief Administrative Judge.
Stop.
Matthew Bryant.
Chief Administrative Judge of where?
Yisrael. That's a nation. That's the nation Israel. National.
Okay, so let me stop you. My understanding is that a judge can't represent anybody, anywhere.
All right, we actually, me and Ms. Flora Joseph, she has the information where she signed. It's me to be her representative. So if there's any confusion, then you can just call me representative.
Sir, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible.
It's simple.
Ms. Elgerson, please. Sir, if you are a judge, you cannot represent anyone.
All right, so I'm not trying to cause any confusion here. There's a counterclaim there. So I'm not, this isn't to confuse you or anything like that. So I'm just making that clear. I'm here to help Miss Flora Joseph.
Okay. So, all right. Everyone that has your microphones open, you got to keep your mouth closed. If you want to open your mouth, close your mic. Okay, Ms. Ross, I'm looking at you. Are you going to close your mic or are you going to close your mouth? Which one you going to do, Mr. Ross?
Close my mouth.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bryant. Where are you located?
Actually, the address of the court is in St. Louis, Missouri, but I do cases all over federally.
So you're located in Missouri.
That's one of the locations, yes.
Mr. Bryant, where do you live?
Well, that's personal, sir.
What state?
Well, I'm
address.
saying no. I mean, I'm just saying, is that relevant here? I'm not trying to deter from.
Yes, because you could be subject to the unauthorized practice of law, which is a crime. And I do not want you to be subject to criminal jurisdiction. So I'm trying to clear this up before we get into it, because I'm not trying to put you in jail. I'm trying to clear this up.
Well, yeah, I'm not here to cause any trouble. So I'm just
What
making sure.
state do you live in, Mr. Bryant?
Well, I don't live in just one particular state. That's the issue.
Where's your
If you
primary
wanna say
residence?
Missouri, if you
Where's
want to
your
say
primary
Missouri,
residence? Everybody
say
has a
Missouri?
primary residence.
if you want to say Missouri, you can say Missouri.
I don't want to say nothing. I want to know where
Well,
your primary.
I'm telling you,
Mr.
sir.
Bryant, Mr. Bryant, stop. And you're making this. I know you're not trying to, but you're making this unnecessarily long by not answering straightforward questions. Where's your primary residence?
Missouri.
Are you
You said the
licensed to
state.
practice? Are you licensed to practice law in Missouri?
No, I have my own business set up. So
Okay.
I'm actually registered.
Okay. So let me put it like this. If I was your next door neighbor and I wanted to help you out, I couldn't come into court and represent myself as a lawyer because I'm not. I'm a friend trying to help you out. If you're not a lawyer and you're not associated with Miss Joseph as it relates to her having a business and you're her representative, anything that you do today would put you in the category of the unauthorized practice of law, which is a crime in the state of Georgia.
Well, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
All right, because she is a member of my business, then that does make us affiliated. When you say that correct, is correct?
What is your business?
Well, I just made mention it is a U.S. Federal National Court. And I also have an organization that she's a member of. So this is how she's a member.
So did she sign a lease agreement as a member of your organization, or did she sign a lease agreement in her personal capacity?
She didn't sign a lease agreement to become a member. She actually signed documents to become a member. It wasn't a lease.
Ms. Barksdale, can you help me?
Your Honor, I have one signature on this lease agreement that was signed on May the 29th, 2021, and that is Ms. Flora Joseph. I have nobody else who are signatories on this lease or occupants on this lease. So we would object to anybody saying that they represent her unless they are an attorney. And that is what we're asking for today. Ms. Joseph signed the answer. There is nobody else on this answer, and we're only prepared to speak with Ms. Joseph today.
Miss Joseph, would you turn, hold on, Mr. Bryant.
Right.
Miss Joseph, would you turn your camera on? And unmute yourself?
Okay, Judge,
Yes.
I have signed a piece of paper and it has went to the court for him to represent me.
Just because you signed a piece of paper for an unlicensed person to represent you doesn't mean that that person gets to represent you.
He's a judge and he's I'm part of his organization.
Ma'am, if you're not licensed to practice law, you're not a judge. I can call myself King Gardner. Don't mean I'm a king. And so Miss Joseph and Mr. Bryant. Mr. Bryant, I'm again.
Can I say something, Judge?
Hold on, ma'am. I'm gonna get back to you. Mr. Bryant, these proceedings are being recorded, and you're placing yourself in a position of having a warrant issued for your arrest for the unauthorized practice of law, which I'm not going to allow you to do.
Right. I'm not here to do that at all. I'm not here to do anything wrong, but I do know about foreign judgments and how different nations can actually do their own foreign judgments and process them through court. So I have read up on my information and I've done the studies of a judge. You also have from the clerk recorded judgment orders pertaining to the counterclaim that's already been sent to you. So maybe you can check the clerk.
Okay, I think we're talking past each other, Mr. Bryant. I'm not saying you don't know what you know, or you are not capable of having a conversation. But what I am saying is that I don't see you as a representative.
Right. You saying you can't? Now, I'm aware the judges say that they can't see and hear people unless they're attorney with the license. So I am aware of that. But like I said, it is a foreign judgment. It's not domesticated.
Okay. So foreign judgment of what?
You say foreign judgment of what?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get clarity of that question.
So
you mean of a court?
I haven't made a judgment.
Well, because of the facts and evidence that's already at hand, that already has been judged, that's why the clerk now has the judgments already filed. So that's why I still ask that you get those files from the clerk.
No, I'm looking. I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay. And my EIN number is there also. So I do have an employment identification number.
Okay, sir. Do you have a bar license?
No, I don't have a bar license.
Anybody can get an EIN number.
Right. Just like anybody can jump up and become whatever they want to be under their business. So if I choose to be a judge, then all I have to do is register my court.
No, you don't. You have to go to law school.
Hold on.
Stop, sir. You have to go to law school, obtain a license. You have to run for judge or get appointed to be a judge. You don't just call yourself a judge.
That's domestically. That's domestically, right, sir? That's when you are doing court and you want to be employed up under the United States or the state Supreme Court. This is a different nation. So I'm verifying to you the nation of Israel, which you may call Israel. Have you ever heard of the nation Israel?
Sir, landlord-tenant law. You sign a lease, you agree to terms, you either abide by the terms or you don't abide by the terms. If you don't abide by the terms, the landlord gets the opportunity to kick you out. But they have to go through filing the appropriate documents, serving the person, and then they come to court. And if the person hasn't paid, the judge gives them 7 days to leave the premises, and then everything moves on.
I'm aware of that. I did read the court documents, and like I said, also that I did read also that counterclaims and motions can be set in place if there's any issues during the settlement conference. So I have read the information. Like I said, I'm not here to bump heads with you. I'm actually here to get things taken care of.
Okay, so I'm not going to allow you to represent Miss Joseph here because I do not find that you
Judge,
have. Yes, ma'am.
I don't have a contract with Isaac.
What Isaac?
Okay.
They,
Let's ring this back a bit because I still have more to go. Miss Joseph, are you willing to speak to Miss Barksdale about this case?
What my judge I have.
Miss Joseph. Miss
Yes.
Joseph, the judge you have is me.
I don't have a.
Yes, Miss Barksdale.
We're ready to try this case, Judge. My manager is waiting to get into this hearing. She's been holding, and I know you've been busy, but we're ready to try this case this morning, so we don't have to talk.
Okay. All right. This will be a trial.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 34, Renew Property Management versus Zanaya Davis, Ines Bilal.
Ready for plaintiff, Your Honor.
Miss Bilal.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
Miss Davis. Mr. Taylor, do you believe it'd be beneficial to speak to Miss Davis and Miss Bilal?
I'm always willing to speak to the tenant in these cases, Your Honor.
Miss Davis and Miss Bilal, are you willing to speak to Mr. Taylor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Position 35, Certified Affordable Homes versus Ronald Ross or James Smith.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
Okay. And that's Mr. Ross?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Are you willing to speak to Mr. Phillips, Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Okay. Position 36, Red Apple Investments, Charwoods Apartments versus Tahira Hines.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff.
Okay. Is Tahira Hines present? Okay.
Move to strike.
Yes, sir. Position 37, Asher Windsor Walker versus Monica McIntosh. That'll be a dismissal for want of prosecution. Position 38, Cottages at South Lake versus Peggy Anderson.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff. I am dismissing this case.
You were dismissing it?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe there was a cash for keys agreement.
Okay. Miss Anderson, with that announcement, you can be excused, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Position 39, Beaconsfield 2 Associates versus Lauren Branch and all other occupants.
Ready for plaintiff, Your Honor.
And Miss Branch, are you available? Are you
Yes,
here?
I'm here.
Okay. Ma'am, are you willing to speak to Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Thank you. Position 40, Elon Property Management versus Sumaya Habdi, Hobdy.
Ready for plaintiff, Your Honor.
Okay. Is Sumaya Habdi present?
Move to strike at the appropriate time.
Yes, sir. Position 41, Radco Residential versus Darius Thomas.
Russell Phillips for the plaintiff. I'm dismissing this case.
Okay. Position 42, Insurance Auto Auction versus Melissa Tice. It's like abandoned motor vehicles case. Shouldn't be on this calendar. Okay, no announcement. Position 43, Sarah Vo versus Aaron Harris. Is there Sarah Vo, V-O, present? Okay. Now, Miss Pope, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay, can you turn your camera on also? I don't recall seeing your name.
I got a email.
Your Honor, I think that's position, well, it's case number 21 CM 17290. One of the first couple of cases on the calendar, probably in the
Okay.
top 10.
Okay, looks like position 3. Miss Pope, are you willing to speak to Mr. Taylor about a potential resolution of your case?
Yes.
Okay. And Miss Cheryl Everett Johnson.
Your Honor, we were here for the Wayne Johnson.
Okay. Give me
It
one.
was resolved. It was a dispossessory, but the rent had been paid.
So you're here on behalf of Dwayne Johnson?
No, Wayne Johnson.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to find this case.
Position 19, Your Honor.
19. Thank you. And Miss Cheryl Everett Johnson, what is your position on this case?
Oh, I'm his mother. He's actually here now, but we couldn't
Connect with both on our phones. And it was her name, so I didn't want to appear underneath her name. I finally got the link and got able to be in.
Okay. Is Mary Ellison present? Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Mr. Johnson. As this most likely will be a dismissal for warrant of prosecution. Mr. Wardlow, I did not hear any announcements from you.
Your Honor, Attorney Ward on behalf of Attorney Rushing in his office on position 4. Position 4, Lees versus Bell. Yeah, Charles Ward on here.
Okay. Miss Bell is present. Mr. Wardlow, do you believe it will be beneficial to speak to Miss Bell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Bell, are you willing to speak to Mr. Wardlow about resolving your case?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you finish this for me? Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start assigning the breakout rooms. For the attorneys that have multiple cases, I'm going to place each individual respondent in their own breakout room so that you can start, and when you come back out of the breakout room, I'll move you into the next breakout room, and that way hopefully we can clear up some of this clutter. And we can move in, I guess, the most efficient way that we can. So Mr. Phillips and Mr. Phillips and Miss Holloway, you're going to be in breakout room 1. Let's see. In breakout room 2, we're going to have Miss Barksdale and Miss Lopez.
Sorry, Your Honor, this is Russ Phillips. Did you move us to breakout room 1?
No, I'm assigning them
Okay.
now. And as soon as I do it, everybody get the link.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Oh, no. All right. Miss Eggleston, I'm going to place you in breakout room number 3. And when Miss Barksdale is done, I'm going to move her into that breakout room. Mr. McNeil, I'm going to place you in breakout room 4. And when Mr. Phillips is done, I'm going to place him in that breakout room. Miss Banks, I'm going to place you in breakout room 5. And when Mr. Phillips is ready for you, I'm going to move him into that room. Mr. Sexton and Miss Smith, I'm going to place you in breakout room 6. And when Miss Barksdale is ready for you, I will move her into that room. Mr. Sexton, go. Oh, there we go. All right. And also for the attorneys, where there cases where the respondent didn't show, I'll take those up at the end. Let's see. Miss Hines, I'm going to place you in breakout room number 7. And when Mr. Taylor is ready, I'm going to move him into that breakout room. Miss Bilal and Miss Davis, I'm going to place you in breakout room
Trina Johnson, I see that you're
8. And when Mr. Taylor is ready, I'm going to move you into that breakout room. Let's see. Thought we had Miss Davis.
Yes, that's my daughter. She had to go to work.
So she dropped off the call.
Yeah, she's a child. She's just on a lease with me. So I'm the mother. So I'm here.
I understand. I saw her, and now you're telling me she dropped off.
She has to go. Come here. She has to go to work, but she's a child. She's just on a lease with me. Do you need her to stay on this call too because she has to go to work?
No, ma'am. I was just asking because she was on the call originally, and I'm now assigning people to rooms.
Okay.
And then I didn't see her anymore.
Okay.
So I understand your announcement.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Ross, you're going to be in breakout room number 9. And when Mr. Phillips is ready for you, I will place him in that room. Let's see. Breakout room number 10. It's going to be Miss Lauren Branch. And when Mr. Taylor is ready, I will place him in that room. Miss Pope, you're going to be in breakout room number 11.
Okay.
And when Mr. Taylor is ready for you, I will place him in that room. Okay, so Mr. Taylor, I'm going to start you in breakout room 7.
Yes,
with
Judge.
Ms. Hines. You're going to come a little later. Well, your notice will be delayed. Mr. Wardlaw and Miss Bell.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to be in breakout room number 12.
I don't see her. Your Honor, I have so many cases. You can come back to it or slide.
Okay, so the purpose of placing everyone in these breakout rooms is so that I can then go back to the cases where one party didn't appear, and I can deal with those dismissals while everyone else is tucked away. We have so many people that I have 2 screens that I have to flip back and forth. So I'm trying to minimize that so I can see everyone. Okay, you all should be receiving notices now. And Mr. Taylor, you
Got it,
should
Judge.
receive your notice. Thank you for room 7. And we'll deal with the trial of Miss Joseph when we get to the point of having trials. Okay. And the person from Angel Jones Realty,
Yes, sir.
were you here on a case with an attorney?
Yes, sir. I'm on with Mr. Taylor and Erica Hines. I'm the property manager at Battle Creek.
Okay, I'm gonna place you in that room now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should have received notice. Okay. So now I'm going back through my calendar to see where I may be able to address issues. Miss Brazil?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Did anyone from Hometown Realty LLC appear?
No, sir.
Okay. That's going to be a dismissal for warrant of prosecution, ma'am. You are free to go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Mr. Morgan.
Yes, sir.
Did has anyone appeared for Leora Valdez?
No, sir.
Okay. I saw two Corey Morgans. Is it father son?
Father son.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there's a counterclaim in this case. Who's the person that is, I would say, the real Corey Morgan, the party in interest?
I'm the father, actually, Judge.
Yes, sir.
So Corey's the part of interest.
Hold on. How old are you, son Corey Morgan? I'll call you Corey Morgan Jr. I'm sorry?
31 years old, Judge.
You said
Yes, sir.
31?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna let you speak for yourself. I'm not gonna let your father speak for you. But because there's a counterclaim, I'm gonna come back to this because there are other matters I can dismiss, and I don't want people waiting for no reason. So hold tight.
Yes, sir.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The case is styled Mary Ellison versus Wayne Johnson. I did not hear an announcement from Mary Ellison, so this case is going to be dismissed for warrant of prosecution. You're free to go, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. LaKenya Ryan.
Yes.
Ms. Ryan, I did not hear an announcement from anyone from Gold Property Partners. So this case is going to be dismissed for warrant of prosecution. You're free to go, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Joyner, I'm going to come to you after dealing with Mr. Morgan.
Your Honor, we have an agreement in position 2.
Okay, what's that agreement?
The writ of possession will issue in 7 days. And the landlord is dismissing its claim for past due written fees without prejudice.
Okay. So just possession and no money judgment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Hold on. All right, Mr. Phillips. Looks like that frees. You up to go to breakout room 4.
Okay.
So okay, you should receive the link.
Thank you, Your Honor. And can Ms. Holloway be excused?
Yes, Ms. Holloway, you are free to go.
All right.
Ms. Barksdale.
Yes, Judge.
Do you have an announcement?
I do, Judge. On position number 3, we enter into a mutual dismissal of this case. Did Ms. Lopez come back in yet?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I see.
I'm here.
I have that as position 6 on my calendar.
Well, Judge, it probably is. It's been a long morning. Shoot. Yeah, you're so right. It is 6, Judge. I don't know where I got 3 from, but I have it 3 as big as day. Position 6 is a mutual dismissal, Judge, and I will prepare that dismissal.
Okay. Mutual dismissal.
Yes, Judge.
Miss Lopez, ma'am, you're free to go.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And
Have a good day.
Judge,
You
waiting
too.
on Hines.
Okay, I'm coming back to you, Mr. Taylor. I'm gonna move Miss Barksdale to her next position. Looks
I
like
think that's 11, Judge.
yes, Miss Elviston. I told you, Miss Barksdale, that being a judge is like being a bus driver.
It is, Judge. You're managing a lot of duties this morning. I feel you. Thank you. Going in room 3, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Taylor.
Your Honor, we have talked, we've come to an agreement. We're going to do a consent order on Ms. Hines.
Okay.
She's going to have until November the 30th.
Oh, hold on. I gotta find her.
Should be right around 3 or no.
I think it was
my
7.
calendar, by the way, Judge, has different numbers on it than your calendar. I must have gotten an earlier calendar.
Miss Taylor, I mean, that's actually, I printed my calendar out last week, so you may have the most up-to-date calendar.
No, it was skipping around.
Okay. I had you in breakout room 7, correct?
Correct.
All right, there we go. Position 32 on my calendar. What's the agreement?
Writ of possession to issue on November 30th. Amounts due through that date, $16,552.63.
$16,552 in what cents?
63 cents.
63. Okay. Ms. Hines, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, Ms. Hines, you can be excused. And Mr. Taylor, let's see. I'm gonna move you to your next position.
Your Honor, I think that's Zoom room 8.
8.
And I do have 2 witnesses on that case.
Okay. And that's the renewed property.
Yes.
And Who's the other person?
Miss Bridges, Vanessa Bridges. And Vanessa, who's your other witness? Ivan?
Yes, correct.
I think his name's Ivan, Judge.
That's
Okay,
correct.
so I see another renewed property. Okay, so I'm gonna place you all in breakout room 8. June 7th. Okay, you should receive the link now, Mr. Taylor, for breakout room 8. And Mr. Ivan from Renewed Property, you should have received the link to move into that room also. Did you receive it, Mr. Taylor?
Looking for it, Judge. Yes, I've got it. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. McNeil, I thought I placed you in a breakout room. Mr. McNeil. Okay. Mr. Morgan.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm talking about the Mr. Morgan Jr. You know, we just heard that toilet flush and it's all over the internet right now.
Yes, sir.
Zoom, it's important to remember to mute. If you're going to get up, hit the mute button.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to cuss your child out, hit the mute button.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to threaten to kill somebody, hit the mute button.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I think I got through the dismissals. Okay. I need to pull this case up so I can take a look at this counterclaim. Okay, I'm going to have both Mr. Morgans, please raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in. Do you swear or affirm any statements you make during this proceeding shall be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, let me see. Give me a second. I have to restart the viewer. So, Mr. Morgan Senior,
Yes.
did you file the answer in the
Come
counterclaim?
I
Let me
Miss
mute myself.
Miss Elverson, please mute yourself. Hold on one second, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Phillips.
Yes, Your Honor, on position 15, can we reset this case to December 7th? It looks like there's some rental assistance money that's possibly pending, may have like already approved, and we're just waiting for it. I want to make sure that we're not stepping on anybody's toes there. So,
Okay, is that your understanding, Mr. McNeil?
Correct. I was approved, and we just don't know why they haven't accepted the money yet. And Mr. Phillips told me to speak with them, and we'll try to get back and get everything settled on the 7th.
Okay, and there's a forum coming up relatively soon about the rental assistance program in Clayton. And I think they're trying to have people signed up. You should be able to go to the Clayton County GA.gov website, and I believe they have postings on there. So I'll grant the reset of this case to December 7th. Yes, sir.
I signed up with Clayton Rental Assistance last February, and I'm into the portal. I have a portal. I had to submit all my papers in the Clayton Rental Assistance portal. And like I say, we're just waiting on the property to accept it from what I hear, from what I've seen. So I think I'm already registered with the rental assistance people.
Okay, I just mentioned that just because I know the program exists, and that's all I know. So I'm not the perfect person to tell you anything by detail. My understanding, I was just told that one of the persons in our office was your caseworker, and they said that they've been having problems reaching you.
Well, I speak with Ms. Joy.
Gardner,
Yes.
if I could interrupt, it was
Yes.
the landlord that I had problems reaching out to. I do recall Mr. McNeil specifically submitted his paperwork. There could have been a change in management, but I kept trying to get, I think, like a ledger or a case ID, and I was never able to get it. So that was where that ended.
Ms. Nobles, can you email me whatever you need, and I'll make sure it gets to the property manager?
I sure can.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Nobles.
Thank you, Ms. Nobles.
Okay, Mr. McNeil, with that announcement, you're free to go. This case is going to be reset to December 7th so that we can make certain that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Okay, sir.
Nice day.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, Mr. Phillips. Looks like breakout room 5 is your next destination.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, you should receive the link. I'm going to come to you, Ms. Wardlow, in a second. Ms. Barksdale.
Your Honor, this is position number 11. We are having an issue about renter assistance. I'm going to need this case reset also for your next calendar, Judge.
Okay. Is December 7th okay?
What's the next one, Judge?
Ms. Barksdale, I just work here. I'm not supposed to know anything.
At least you work. I'm not sure what I'm doing this morning.
Okay, so if you want it to my next calendar where I'm doing these hearings.
Who's on for the 14th, Judge?
Of December,
Yes,
Judge Case Johnson.
that's fine, Judge. The 7th is not a good day for me. The 14th is fine.
Okay. So, Miss Elgerson, are you still there?
And
Yes, sir.
I sent an email, a chat out to Miss Nobles about this case, Judge, and she's gonna take a look and get back to me later today.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Miss Elgerson, this case is going to be continued to December 14th at 8:30 in the morning to clarify the rental assistance matter.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes,
Do you
sir.
have any questions about that?
No, sir.
Okay. You're free to go, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay.
And I'm preparing a continuance on this one, Judge. I'll submit it to you at the end of the calendar.
Okay.
Thank you.
Judge, ready on 33, I think you said.
Okay. Hold on one second, Mr. Taylor. I need to move Miss Barksdale to her next location. And that looks like it's going to be room number 6.
Room 6, Judge?
Yes, I'm moving
Okay.
in now.
Thank you.
Okay, you should receive the link.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Wardlow.
Yes, Your Honor. All right, yeah, we're gonna be dismissing that case as payment rental assistant has paid out on her on the rent. So we're gonna be dismissing that case.
Okay, do you remember what position number?
I believe it was number 4, Your Honor.
Number 4.
Yes, number 4.
Okay. And Miss Bell, is that your understanding? Miss Bell, are you there?
Are you calling
Yes, I'm
me?
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Miss Bell, did you hear the announcement by Mr. Wardlow that they were dismissing this?
Yes.
And is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay, you're free to go, ma'am. And
Thank you.
Miss Wardlow, I believe that was your only case.
Your Honor, that was my only case. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Yes, you too. Have a happy Thanksgiving to you.
You too. Okay, Mr. Taylor.
Your Honor, ready on that renewed case, which I think you said was like 33 or 34.
Let's see. Yes. What's
Writ
your
of possession on November 30th. Amounts owed through that date, $16,890.48.
And 48 cents?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Miss Bilal, is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that announcement, ma'am, you are free to go, and the 2 representatives from Renew Properties are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
All
welcome.
right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Let me find your next destination, Mr. Taylor. looks like position 11. I mean, position 3, breakout room 11. So okay, you should receive the link.
What is this defendant's name, Judge? If I
Lashandra Pope.
okay,
P-O-P-E.
got it.
Okay. Mr. Phillips.
Yes, Your Honor, we have a consent agreement in position 18.
Okay. All right, what's the agreement?
The writ of possession will issue in 7 days, and there will be a money judgment prorated through that date in the amount of $7,536.59.
$7,536
and 59 cents.
and 59 cents. And is that your understanding, Ms. Banks?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with that announcement, ma'am, you are free to go.
All right, thank y'all so much.
Okay. Mr. Phillips. Let's see.
Position 35.
35. That'll be breakout room number 9. Okay. You should receive the link now. Okay, both Mr. Morgans, I'm sorry for bouncing around, but it's better to move things along than to have people just sitting around waiting.
Understandable, Your Honor.
Okay, so I think where we stopped off, you actually filed a counterclaim
Yes, Your Honor.
in this case. And I'm just going to remind you that you're still under oath.
Yes.
So in the counterclaim, when it says the plaintiff owes me, it says owes me $3,500 because the apartment was completely redone by my father's contractor for $7,800. So Mr. Morgan Jr., can you explain that to me?
When I moved in, Judge, the apartment had some things that wasn't working, and I kind of had my dad's contractor come in and kind of work on things in the apartment, and they kind of fixed a lot of things that was wrong in the apartment. And by them doing that, Judge, I was just considering them, to reimburse off of me just keep paying my rent and fixing things that maybe I thought my landlord or the people under her would have fixed, but I just went on and took the initiative to try to, fix it on my own since it's my apartment.
Let me ask you this. When you say my apartment, you didn't own it.
No, sir. I'm through a lease.
Did you enter into a written agreement for there to be repairs made and the landlord was going to reimburse you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a copy of that agreement?
Judge, I might have it on my phone because we kind of do it online through the virtual, and we sent us through text messages and emails, but I should have it through my email.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to find that, and I'm going to go to Miss Barksdale.
Yes, sir.
Miss Barksdale, what if you have the position, tell me before I have to hunt and peck.
Position 22, Judge.
22. Okay, Is there an agreement in this case or no?
Yes, Judge, we have an agreement.
Okay, what's the agreement?
We have a consent agreement for $4,145.86. Writ of possession to
Oh,
issue.
hold on, Ms. Barksdale, 4,100 and.
I just read it, Judge.
Yeah, I know. When
$4,145.
all these numbers come at me, I'm trying to write it down. 4,000.
4145.86. 4145.86.
Okay.
And a writ of possession in stanter.
Okay. Mr. Sexton or Miss Smith, is that your
Yes, sir.
understanding?
Yes, sir.
And okay. All right. With that being the agreement, Miss Smith and Mr. Sexton, you're free to go.
Thank you so much, Judge. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
Judge, ready
Let's-
on my case.
Okay, hold on. Trying to see if I gotta move Miss Barksdale anywhere else.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm not showing that. We just have the trial.
Let's have a trial, Judge, yes.
Yep. Mr. Taylor.
I think you said it was, we were in breakout room 11. I'm not sure whether that's the number on the calendar for case 21 CM 17290.
Nope, telling me the breakout room is fine because I noted on the calendar. So I think that's position 3 with Miss Pope.
Yes.
So is there an agreement in this case or is this going to be a trial?
Yes, Judge. It's an immediate writ of possession. Ms. Pope owes $4,390.
$4,390.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And that's your understanding, Ms. Pope?
Yes.
Okay. With that announcement, Ms. Pope, you can be excused.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And Mr. Taylor, is that your last case here?
Well, unfortunately, I got one more, Judge, towards the end on 22 CM 4671.
Okay, that looks like breakout room 10 with Miss Lauren Branch. Okay, you should receive the notice, room 10. It looks like Miss Branch, let me see. Maybe she got kicked out.
Nope, I'm here.
Okay, I thought you were supposed to be in breakout room 10.
I am. I got a phone call, tried to reject it, and it kicked me out, and I logged back in.
Okay, so you should have a link now for you to go to breakout room 10, and Mr. Taylor, you should be able to go to breakout room 10 also.
Yes, I see it.
Got it. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Phillips.
Yes, Your Honor, we have a consent in position 35.
Okay. What's the agreement?
The writ of possession will issue in 7 days, and there is a money judgment in the amount of $8,773.41.
Okay. And is that your understanding, Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Okay. With that announcement, Mr. Ross, you are free to go.
All right. Thank
you. Okay. Let's see.
I think that's it for me, Your Honor. I have a bunch of defaults.
Yes. And Ms. Barksdale, you have defaults also.
Yes, Judge, I have one, I believe.
Okay. Let me. Looks like position 12, PC Avenue 33 versus Marquisha Mack. And you're moving to strike the answer, Ms. Barksdale?
I am, Judge. I am moving to strike the answer for Ms. Mack, and we're asking for a judgment through today in the total amount of $18,550.52. $18,550.52. A writ of possession in Stanton.
Okay. Okay, that'll be granted.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Phillips, it looks like position 14, Park at London versus Tracy McMillan.
Yes, Your Honor, I move to strike the answer and request an immediate writ of possession. This case was filed against Kayla Boatwright, but Tracy McMillan filed an answer. This court doesn't have jurisdiction to enter a money judgment against Ms. Boatwright, so there is no money judgment in this case.
Okay. And writ of possession in Stanton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, that'll be granted. Looks like position 20, Village at Panther Creek versus Marcus Jones, Mr. Phillips.
Move to strike the answer, request an immediate writ of possession and a money judgment prorated through today's date, November 16th, 2022, and the total amount of $9,352.
$352. Okay. That will be granted. I have position 36, Tara Woods Apartments versus Tahiria Hines.
I move to strike the answer, request an immediate writ of possession and a money judgment prorated through today's date, November 16, 2022, in the total amount of $14,483.28.
Okay, that'll be granted. All right, it looks like that's all I have for you, Mr. Phillips.
It is, Your Honor. I will prepare all those orders and get them to you as soon as I can.
Yes, sir. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Before I come back to the Morgans, Mr. Joyner, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted you to hear what the attorneys were saying, who are in the position that you're in, because I can't coach you through this. You're representing yourself, which you have the absolute right to do. So this is position 30, James Joyner versus Letitia Davis. And Ms. Davis did not appear. May
I add something, Your Honor?
I'm sorry.
I said, may I add something here? We were before you last month on October 12th.
Okay.
Basically for the previous situation. That case was filed a year before, but it was delayed and wasn't called up until October a year later. And in between that, another case, which is this current one here, that was filed in March. And so we didn't get to you until last month, and we reached an agreement last month that involved rental assistance that is still pending.
Okay.
And as a result of that, I was going to request perhaps a dismissal without prejudice at this time, because we
Yes,
have an
sir.
agreement from a month ago.
Yes, sir. I will grant that.
Okay, thank you.
And if you need to refile, you perfectly willing and able to do that.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, you too.
Ready on mine, Judge.
Okay. You're free to go, Mr. Joyner. Oh, okay. This is position 39, Bakersfield Associates versus Lauren Branch.
Judge, what we're doing on this one is pretty much the same, which is writ of possession at the end of the month, November 30th. Ms. Branch, the judgment amount on Ms. Branch is $7,451.
Okay. And is that your understanding, Ms. Branch?
Yes.
Okay. With that announcement, ma'am, you are free to go.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Judge, I have several defaults. Can I submit those along with the consent orders in the next hour or so?
Yes, sir.
May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Morgan, and I'm going to come to you last, Miss Barksdale.
You always do, Judge. You always do.
Hey, you the one with all the money dripping out your pockets, so I got to make
It's
you.
all right, Judge. I just got to be in court at 1 o'clock again today.
We'll get you out way before then.
Okay.
Mr. Morgan, were you able to find the agreement?
I found one of my agreements, Judge, but I couldn't find the other one. It was another one that I had wrote that I had too, and it was kind of familiar with this one, but this was the first agreement that I had. But I had made another one after this one, but I couldn't find my second agreement, Judge.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do, Mr. Morgan. I'm going to dismiss this counterclaim without prejudice if you believe that you have an agreement in place for the monies that are owed. You're going to have to file a civil lawsuit against, I guess, right, Leora Valdez or Valdez Leora or DAG Holdings, LLC.
Right. Well, he just let me speak for just a second.
Yes, sir.
I'm very well versed in the law. I used to practice international criminal law, so a little bit different than what we're doing here. But basically, like I explained to my son Corey, that there was an agreement in the beginning to take care of all the repairs in respect to the fact he didn't have to pay a deposit. So basically, we did like $10,000 to work just to kind of help out the management company. But like I explained to Corey, more than likely dismiss it. We'll take it up into civil proceeding sometime next year. And we definitely appreciate the way that you handle your court. I'm very impressed with this because it's the first time I ever experienced anything by Zoom. so I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. Well, and yeah, any considerations toward Corey, I will greatly appreciate it, honestly.
Thank you. So the dispossessory is going to be dismissed. And the counterclaim is going to be dismissed, but it's without prejudice, which means that he can pursue whatever monies are owed based upon whatever agreement that was entered into. And I would suggest that he document as much stuff as you can as
Right.
to monies that were paid out by him, and what was done, if there are pictures and, you know, showing before and after, all of that kind of stuff, that will help him in his pursuit to recover any monies that were paid out.
Thank
And
you.
there's and the landlord tenant law, it does allow the tenant to, you know, if there's something broken, it does allow the tenant to notify the landlord, and then the tenant can repair that. And then the tenant can send a notice to the landlord with the invoice. I paid $1,000 for this to get repaired, and my rent is $1,500. So I'm sending you $500 and this invoice for the $1,000. And so you can do that, but it has to be something that is done on the front end and not the back end.
Right, correct.
Okay. All right. Well, you both are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Miss Barksdale.
Judge, do you see someone out there waiting to get in named Jasmine or Deborah? They've been texting me saying they've been holding since the beginning of the calendar. I asked them if they had the correct Zoom link. They said they did. They clicked on the one for your court. But do you see anybody?
My thing, I do not, and my system is not set up like that, where I have to let you in.
Who let them in, Judge? The host usually let them in. So who's the host?
Well, I'm the host, but what I'm saying is my settings are not set up like that. Like you didn't receive a notice that I was gonna let you in.
I was waiting, Judge. I signed on and I couldn't get in until the host let me in.
Well, as soon as I sign on,
okay,
then everybody gets
in.
in.
Are you still holding? The judge said he doesn't let people in, so are you still holding? Judge, she's still holding. I don't know why she can't get in.
What is her name?
What is your name showing on the thing? Deborah Freeman?
No, I have 6 participants showing. Myself, you, Tiffany, Chief M. Bryant, Flora Joseph, and Joy Nobles.
She's in the waiting room, Judge. She's showing that she's been in the waiting room since 8:30.
I don't have anybody in the waiting room.
He said he didn't have anybody in the waiting room. Did you sign on to Judge Gardner? I don't know why she can't get in, Judge.
So, Ms. Barksdale, this falls under the setting of I went to law school and not Georgia Tech.
And I understand, Judge. I don't know. Do you want to sign off and sign back in, Jasmine? Have you tried that? She says she's done that 3 times.
What case?
This is position number 33, Judge.
So this is your witness
Yes,
on
Judge.
the case that's going to trial?
Yes, sir.
The way that this is designed is so people can log on and come in. There are other settings that we have where people have to wait and we let them in.
She's
those
logging
are-
out and logging back in, Judge. I'm gonna see if she can get in now. Otherwise, I don't mind going forward with the case. I just need her here, but it's not gonna get any better.
Yeah.
Are you logging back in? She said, it says, please wait for host to start this meeting.
She reading it.
Ms. Nobles, do you have a suggestion?
I just sent Attorney Barksdale a chat. I can just email a more direct link to whomever needs it, because maybe there might be an issue with the link she has, but I don't think this is private, so it shouldn't be an issue.
It's not. I mean, if is she trying to click on a link, or is she actually typing in the information?
Did you click on the link or did you type in the information? She says she's done both, Judge. She said this time she typed in the information, but the first time she clicked on the link. I'm sending it to her again. Same link I sent her this morning. And I've sent it to her 3 times this morning. I'm not sure why she's having so much difficulty. So I sent you the link again. So try to click on the link that I just sent you to see if you can get in. Did you receive it? You're clicking it now? Okay.
Ms. Barksdale, do you have access now to the dhs.ga.gov email address?
I don't, Judge. I usually just respond to Ms. Noble's notes at Clayton. She said she getting the same message, Judge.
I just copied the invitation and I was going to send it to you, but
Okay.
I know you have 2, and the one that keeps popping up is the one that.
Oh, no, I can't open that one, Judge. I can't open that one. No, I can't open that one.
Okay.
I don't open the state email at home because it causes problem for me signing on in the office.
Okay. So
send it to gracie@lawyer.com.
Okay. That was one I
I'm
was about to
sorry.
ask.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Oh, Jesus.
I didn't get it yet, Judge.
No, I haven't sent it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, I just sent it.
Okay. Did you receive a link from Joy Nobles? Okay, I got it. So I forwarded on.
Okay.
Okay, I sent you a link, Jasmine.
While we're waiting on that, let's deal with your.
Click on that and see if it'll bring you in. Okay, Judge. Did you receive it? check your spam. I sent it to you from, you got it? Click on that link and see if it'll let you in. What is it saying?
Okay, it looks like she's coming on now.
Okay, so. Not sure what that's about, Judge.
I don't know either. I mean, and there we do make mistakes at times, but when everybody else gets in and one person is saying they can't get in, I gotta kind of believe it's the one person and not everybody else.
Well, yeah, I guess because you had already signed in before she clicked on, maybe that what kept her out. Because when you sign on, everybody comes in.
Right.
And so maybe since she signed on after you clicked in, then she couldn't get in. Anybody else waiting probably couldn't get in. Okay, we're ready.
Okay. Now, Miss Woods is going to be your witness, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Bryant.
Yes.
I'm not going to allow you to represent Miss Joseph here for the reasons that I stated before.
That's totally fine. I already did my purpose, which was the judgment to send to you about the counterclaim. So like I said, I didn't want to get nothing misconstrued here. I know in your courts, it's not my court. So it's certain criteria to represent in Clayton County, Georgia's court. So I'm totally fine. So like I say, I just want to make sure all of that's clear. You already have what you need from me pertaining to helping Ms. Flora with the counterclaim.
Okay, and the counterclaim, were you able to see the counterclaim, Ms. Barksdale?
Judge, I don't know what the counterclaim is, honestly.
In actuality, the clerk,
they
it was filed in the clerk's
something,
office.
Judge. They said they filed something in the probate court. I took it upon myself, Judge, and called the probate court yesterday to see if Miss Joseph was actually deceased, because I couldn't understand something being filed in the probate court in this situation. And they told me they had nothing. So I don't know what it is about this probate court thing that they're talking about, a probate summary judgment that has no damages or anything else in it, Judge. I can't explain to you this case.
I did see a document that was filed as a counterclaim.
Yes, sir. That was done by me. I authorized it to bottom.
On her behalf.
I understand. I understand.
Now I'm originally not from Georgia, so I wasn't aware in time about any forms dealing with counterclaims, but I did draw it up. So that's what was filed.
Okay.
Mr. Bryant, and that's the whole thing about the unauthorized practice of law. And honestly, sir, I have to keep telling you, if you, in my opinion, you've already put yourself in a position where a warrant could be issued for your arrest.
Now I'm not seeing any crime dealing with foreign judgments being processed in another court, according to my study.
We're gonna run this to ground. I'm gonna get there. Mr. Bryant, if you are going to stay on,
Excuse me, Judge.
you're gonna have to remain quiet.
Yeah,
Yes, Miss.
that's
Yes, Miss
not a
Joseph.
problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
I want him to represent me.
he can't. That's the whole point.
I'm a member of the organization.
Okay. Let's deal with what we're gonna deal with. And I know y'all are a member of whatever, or you're a member of whatever organization, which is fine. Did you sign a lease in the name of the organization?
I signed a lease with DMS Overlook, not ICER.
Did you sign a lease in the name of the organization that you claim to be a member of?
I filed a
That's a yes or no. That's a yes or no question, ma'am.
representative.
I'm sorry.
I said he's my representative. I'm a member.
Ma'am, it sounds like the answer to my question is no. And if the answer to my question is no, he cannot represent you. If he was a lawyer licensed in the state of Georgia, he could.
He represented me in my name and my judgment.
Okay, man. I don't think you're understanding me, but we're gonna move past this. Miss Barksdale, would you swear in your witness and present your case?
Ms. Woods, if you would please raise your right hand. Turn your mic on, please. Ms. Woods? Ms. Woods? Jasmine?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, to keep your mic on, please raise your right hand. Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You can lower your hands. Please state your name for the court.
It's Jasmine Little.
Ms. Little, you are employed by ISA of Tara Boulevard First Communities Management.
That is correct.
And what is your position there?
I'm the assistant manager.
Okay, and did you all on occasion take over the property known as the Overlook for this property management group?
Yes.
And tell the judge what date you all took over this property.
We took over in October of last year of 2021.
In 2021. And when you all took over this property, was there a lease agreement for a Flora Joseph at 6726 Tara Boulevard, Unit 09-B, Jonesboro, Georgia?
Yes.
And is that address located in Clayton County?
Yes.
And pursuant to that lease agreement, tell the judge what the monthly rent is.
The monthly rent for the unit is $748.
$748 monthly?
Yes.
And what day of the month is rent due?
Rent is due the first of each month.
And if it's not paid by the first of each month, when is rent considered late?
On the 6th.
On the 6th day of each month?
Yes.
Okay, so the monthly rent is $748. What is the late fee?
Their late fee is $100.
$100. And are there any other fees associated with this lease, like water, utilities, or any other thing?
Yes, she does.
What are those fees?
Her water, which is $45, her pest control fee, and her trash fee.
What is the pest control?
The pest control is $2, the trash is $5, and the insurance is $11.
So you have 4 additional fees associated with the rent. You have the water bill of $45 per month. And is that a fixed rate?
It is the rate, yes.
Okay. And you have a pest control fee of $2 per month. That's a fixed rate?
Yes.
And you have
Charging for pest control, but they never came.
Miss Joseph, you will have the opportunity to ask
apologize,
whatever
Judge.
questions you want to ask, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Sir, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Barksdale.
And you have the trash fee of $5 per month, and that's a fixed rate.
That is correct.
And you have the rent insurance for $11 per month for the benefit of the tenant, and that's a fixed rate.
Correct.
Okay. And you caused this dispossessory to be filed on February the 15th of 2022?
That is correct.
I don't know why you're delayed for me. And at that time, you were seeking past due rent, water, pest control, trash, and insurance for the months of January and February 2020, correct?
That is correct.
And at that time, you filed for a total of $2,018.61.
That is correct.
And since filing this dispossessory on February the 15th, 2022, have you received any monies from Ms. Joseph for rent moving forward?
No, we have not.
And prior to filing this dispossessory in February of 2022, you demanded possession of the property?
That is correct.
And Ms. Joseph failed to pay?
That is correct.
And she failed to vacate?
That is correct.
And since filing this dispossessory, based on the monthly rent of $748 per month, the $100 late fee, the water, pest, trash, and renter, the rent has accrued for the last 9 months. That would be March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. The additional 9 months would be at the rate of $8,199.
That is correct.
In addition to the $2,018.61.
Correct.
And that brings the total to $10,217.61.
That is correct.
You're asking the court for a judgment in the amount of $10,217.61.
Correct.
You're asking the court for court costs of $75.
Correct.
And you're asking the court for a writ of possession in 7 days.
Correct.
Now you have had an opportunity to review the answer that Ms. Joseph sent to the court.
That is correct.
And she has alleged that she had failure to repair in this unit, right?
That is correct.
Do you show that you all received any repair requests from Ms. Joseph on this property since October of 2021?
No, we have not received anything.
When you received this answer from Ms. Joseph in March or so, did you all go and check the property for repairs?
We did, but we couldn't gain access. And we also sent a letter stating, can we get a key to her unit? And she refused to provide us a key.
So you couldn't gain access to this unit since October of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell the court, when is the last time you tried to gain access to this unit?
The last time we tried to gain access to this unit would be last month.
Last month, the month of October?
Yes, ma'am.
And so did you cause any notices to be sent to Ms. Joseph so that you could gain access?
Yes, we did.
And you, as of today, do you have a key to this unit?
No, ma'am, we do not.
And you have not been able to gain access to this unit since you all took over in October 2021?
That is correct.
So to the best of your knowledge, you don't know what repairs are needed in this unit, right?
That is correct.
But you're asking the court for a writ of possession in 7 days.
Correct.
And you're asking the court for a money judgment for past due rent in the amount of $10,217.61.
Correct.
Your Honor, that is our case.
Ms. Joseph, do you have any questions for Ms. Woods?
Which one is she? The one with just the last speaker? Nobody has come to my house in a whole year.
Okay, Miss
Now,
Joseph, Miss Joseph. I asked you a question and I would like for you to answer that question.
okay.
Do you remember the question?
No, I don't, because I
I
got too much to
said,
say, but I'm going to listen.
do you have any questions for Miss Woods? I'm sorry, ma'am. You keep going, putting yourself on mute.
Okay.
So I haven't heard an answer to my question.
You say that one more time.
Do you have any questions for Miss Woods?
Yes.
Please ask the questions.
Okay, you say you came to my house a month ago or so to try to fix an apartment. And nobody came to that apartment for the last 2 years.
Judge, is that a question or a statement?
That's a statement, Miss Joseph. You will have the opportunity to say whatever you want to say to the court. But if you have any questions for Miss Woods, think of it in the who, what, when, where, how.
When did she start working there?
Miss Woods, when did you
I
start
started
working?
in March
Excuse me?
of
March,
this year.
March of 2022. Okay, next question, Miss Joseph.
Okay, I just want to let you know, first, I'm legally blind and this is over exciting. And I'm trying to see you. But my vision is bad, so. Okay.
Do you have any questions for Miss Woods?
Ask all the questions you want.
I don't understand why she says she just got there and all the drama that's been happening here. How does she know what I'm talking about? Every time.
Miss Joseph, you're gonna have the opportunity to put your case forward.
Okay.
But this is your opportunity to ask any questions of Miss Woods that are pertinent to what we're doing.
Did she knock on my door?
Miss Woods, did you knock on her door?
Yes, I did knock on your door back in April, but I didn't receive any answer at the door.
Okay.
What date and time?
What date and time? And
I can't ask
Okay.
multiple questions.
What date did you come?
I heard in April
In April.
of this year.
Of this year.
No.
What date and time?
What date and time?
Do you recall the date and time?
I remember it was a morning time, but I don't know the certain date. I know it was the beginning of April though.
Okay. Next question, Miss Joseph.
So why haven't anybody knocked on the door since then?
We've had maintenance knock on the door and sent notices to your door as well.
Ma'am, we don't have maintenance.
We do have maintenance on the property.
Where?
Okay, Miss Joseph.
I'm trying to stay to the point, Judge.
I understand.
Apologize.
Miss Joseph, it's fine. This is the thing you have to understand. Court is not a situation where you argue with people about their answer. You have the right to ask a question, but you also have to accept the answer.
Okay.
But if you have proof that the answer is wrong, you can present that evidence that the answer is wrong. Okay? So it's not and I say this to people sometimes. It's not a case of As a judge, I can't figure anything out. if people are just saying no, yes, no, yes, yes, you did, no, I didn't, yes, you did, no, I didn't. That's not what court is about. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
I want to know why haven't anybody came to spray the house?
So, Ms. Joseph, my understanding of the testimony is that they attempted to come to your house. They attempted to enter the house, and they were not allowed access into the home.
Okay, well, the next question I have is, every time somebody new takes over this place, they ask for a key. And I done lost 5 keys. Not me, they have. Lost 5 keys.
I'm sorry. So
in the time that, and then I understand she long ago, a while back, 5 months or so back, it was a notation on my door for them to they need a key. But then the threats came.
So what did you do in response to the notification on your door about a key, needing a key?
I tried to call the office. I didn't go over to the office unless somebody goes with me because I'm visually impaired. And nobody came back. I called the office and
Miss Joseph.
Yes.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell me whatever it is you want to tell me. Okay. And you're going to be subject to cross-examination by Attorney Barksdale.
Okay.
So if you're done asking questions of Miss Woods, then we can switch over to your part of the case where you tell me what you want me to know.
Yes,
are you ready? Are you ready for that, or do you have any other questions for Miss Woods?
I'm ready for that.
Okay, raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm any statements you make during this proceeding shall be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what you want me to know, Miss Joseph.
I want you to know that I have a counterclaim. And I've had a judgment order up until I don't know, a few months ago, 2 months ago, I guess. And I put in the paperwork that I had to back in March. I sent pictures of what the place looks like. I sent pictures of how the ceiling is falling down. I didn't send pictures of the roach infestation, but it's there. Ain't nobody came to my house to fix anything.
I saw your pictures.
Yes.
When you say you have a judgment order, can you explain that to me?
That's where Chief O'Brien, that's how I requested and got connected with him. That's for the damages of the house. The first day I moved into this.
Ma'am, I know he filed this stuff, and it was actually sent to the notice of the Superior Court of Clayton County and not to the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. So I'm trying to ask, what is this judgment order?
Magistrate Court. It's in the Magistrate's Court.
What judge? What judge signed the order?
My answer and my counterclaim is in the Magistrate Court.
You said you have a judgment order, which I don't see in your case file. And I'm trying to ask you what
Insurance
judge
claim.
filed that? I'm sorry, ma'am.
You say what?
I'm trying to ask you what judge signed the judgment order,
Chief Administrator M. Bryant.
who is not a lawyer and not a judge.
Doing probating.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still here.
Because my eyes is kind of fuzzy. I can't see you.
Okay. I interrupted you. Go ahead, Ms. Joseph. Ma'am, you keep
Go ahead.
hitting the mute button.
I'm sorry. I can't see. I really can't see it. I just put my hands under the table.
Okay.
Okay. I have a claim with what is it called?
EMS.
Oh, I had a claim with DMS Insurance, and they're no
Okay.
longer here.
The Secretary of State terminated them.
The Secretary of State terminated them, and I just had trouble ever since I moved here. It's something. I moved here, the floors and the carpet, they were taken as is, and they would send somebody back to do it. They wouldn't. But back in that time, we had more responsible maintenance people. You know, and I don't see security. I don't come outside at nighttime anyway, but I don't see security. Somebody shot through my window. It took them 2.5 years to give me another window for the bedroom. I had to walk up there and tell them I was sick because I had gotten sick from that hole. Things that
Okay.
like when I call and request, and I'm told I'll put you down, and then the road people ain't been there in 3 months, and you keep asking them the same question over here at this office. Can't reach nobody. You the recording comes on. There was somebody to come on. They get you short, fat answer just to make you shut up. So then when I have to try to walk up there, by the time I get there, I'll be so angry that I barely see. And if I don't have nobody to go with me, it's a problem. And I let them know that I was handicapped, and they supposed to come put something in the bathtub, you know, one of those handicap bars. Never did. Never did. They say they're gonna come back. They the third month I lived here, they took out the whole kitchen sink. And it was down for a month, but I still paid my rent, and I had to buy food. I still paid my rent. Then after they put the stuff back in there, can't use the dishwasher because it's unusable. I can't use the little sprayer. The maintenance man there told me black folks don't use that. That was white folks. Then I asked them, could you please put the microwave so it could be in use? I mean, I'm sorry, the dishwasher. Nobody ever come and do that. From day one, I was asking them when I walked through and as I moved in, will they be able to fix this floor? And that's been a forever promise since then, and nobody ever came to fix the floor. And the water leaking out the ceiling when it rains, they came in there and give me rig something up, put some paint on it, and now it's gonna come rain season again. And up in the bathroom, it's the upstairs toilet. It leaks, and it's been there since I've been there. They come patch it up, then they have to take the whole wall out and the toilet.
Let me ask you this
That was
question.
a long
Let me
time
ask you this
ago.
question. Let me ask you this question, Ms. Joseph.
Yes.
How long have you been living there?
2015. I first lived here in 2013, and then I left in 2014 because my sister's husband passed. Then I moved back so that my sister could live with me. So I moved back over here.
So with all of these problems, why are you choosing to stay?
Because I can't afford to go nowhere else. I don't have right to say, okay, take me over here, take me do that. Taxes go, it take me $28 to go to the store. And it's just, it's not good for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, Miss Joseph?
Okay, and I heard to speak about the rent was $748.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, everybody came in there and must make their own price because first it was 800. I mean, first it was 748. Then it changed to 830. And so she said something about $11. Whatever. What do you call that? Insurance on the property. That was $30. And then the next thing I know, somebody else comes through here and they leave papers on my door just totally in red and totally in the office is visually impaired. I can't see. I used to walk to the office. They had to give me an X to sign the paper. The receipt for the I had them write it out and I sit right there and okay. And it's been too many people that came through here. They're talking about their office people, the office manager, office, and stole. So that's why it's like, why I gotta keep providing these keys? I'm scared.
So it's your testimony that you were being asked to provide keys.
Yes.
Instead of the landlord giving you keys.
No. When we moved in, the landlord gave us key. Then next thing you know, a few months down the line, here comes another one. And they asked for the key. Before that, the office burned down. They couldn't find no key. I gave them a copy of the key. The next 3 people come along, they asked us for a key. And where's the keys going? The people they had are not secure. Why they can't find a key? The last time I had
is there a reason why you chose to give keys?
Because they asked for a key. They want one at the office and you have one. Never that I locked myself out or I lost my key.
Okay. Anything else, Miss Joseph?
I don't appreciate having to go to the post office and it cost me $17. $17 every time I go down. I try to go down there once a week, but I have the mail coming through, insurance mail, health insurance mail, at $17 to go to the mailbox here because they won't fix the mailbox. Nobody can get mail here. We have to travel to the post office and get it. And I can't go every day for $17 one way.
So let me ask you this question. I think all of the things that you have said as excess expenditures is at least over $100.
The damages of the house.
No, ma'am. I'm talking about going to the post office.
Oh.
I'm talking about that kind of stuff. Because it goes back to the whole thing of why you're choosing to stay at a place that you're complaining about so much.
Because I can't get out. I don't have enough money. I'm saving money, trying to get out of here.
Okay.
Because I do want to go. I don't want to be here.
Is there anything else, Miss Joseph?
I just want to charge negligence. Because nobody has come from first community or nothing like that to come fix anything in here. And for just the fact that I keep calling the office and calling the office, and nobody is paying any attention. Now they moved the office way back up the hill again, and it's like, I can't make it that far.
Okay.
So when I ask for a taxi, I tell them, take me by the office to if I need anything or try to tell them anything.
Okay. Anything else?
I have a lot of stuff, but I'm kind of scared because of the roach infestation. I don't want no rats in my house, and that has been around here.
Miss Joseph, do you understand everything that you said to me would be grounds for you to break your lease and move somewhere else? So I'll put it this way. If you're in an abusive relationship and you stay in that abusive relationship, you're not being made to stay for whatever reason you're choosing to stay. So I'm gonna turn it over to Ms. Barksdale. Do you have any questions for Ms. Joseph?
Your Honor, with all due respect to the court, I believe it would be futile. It would just prolong the same thing. I'll just ask the court to take note of her testimony that she's been there since 2015 with the same issues, that she continues to live there. She hasn't said that she paid the rent that we asked for. And she's alleged about, like you said, $100 worth of damages. Anything else is speculative. And we would just ask the court for possession of the property in our judgment. It's just futile to go back and forth.
Okay.
I have a claim.
Ms. Joseph, now this is we're in what's called summation. So the last opportunity to tell me why I should rule in your favor.
I've been paying my rent all this time. And for them to say that I owe them this much when 3 different times, 3 different managers, and it's 3 different payments.
And they deleted the accounts.
And they deleted accounts, my paperwork today, my ledger or whatever, they can't give me that. They can't give me nothing. Because every time somebody is managing, it goes bad. And then there goes the keys. Who has the keys?
Is that Miss Pleasant speaking to you in the background?
No.
Okay. Who's that speaking to you in the background?
It's a friend of mine.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Am I still able to talk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I have a counterclaim because nothing else got fixed in the house. They have had maintenance people come here, but that was way years ago. Now it's just like, ain't nothing we can do, ain't nothing they want to do. And the property is, you might as well say, I'm scared they're gonna get shut down because how horrible it is over here.
Okay, so if it's shut down, wouldn't you have to move?
Yes, I would. I'll probably be homeless for a while out on the street.
Okay. I'm ready to rule, Miss Joseph. I'm gonna find that the plaintiff has met their burden, and I'm gonna rule in their favor. You're gonna have a writ of, or they're gonna have a writ of possession. You're gonna have 7 days to move out of this residence. And at the end of that 7-day period, if you haven't moved out, your property could be placed on the curb. I'm going to issue a money judgment for $10,000 $10,217.61. You have the right to appeal my judgment. And if you appeal my judgment, you're going to have to pay $10,217.61 into the registry of the court. And then you're going to have to pay monthly $748 beginning on December 1st. Do you have any questions about that, ma'am?
I don't agree with it. I can't be left in 7 days.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Can I have a different? You said move out in 7 days.
That's what the statute provides.
Okay.
There could have been an agreement. And the court doesn't get into any kind of negotiations. So there could have been, hey, can I get until the middle of next month? Can I do this? Can I do that? And if the landlord agrees, then the court has no interest in that. But you've appeared. You have filed an answer. That's why we're having this trial. But the statute says that if I find in if I find in behalf of the plaintiff that the most you get is 7 days, unless that's something that's agreed upon by the parties. Your counterclaim is going to be dismissed. I don't find that it is sufficient. So I understand you may not agree with what I've ruled, and that's why you have the ability to appeal, but you have to take the appropriate steps in order for that to happen. Okay, Ms. Joseph?
Okay, what I'm not clear about is within 7 days, I have to move from here.
Yes, ma'am.
Or pay the rent. Is that what I'm understanding?
Okay. So you have the right to appeal this decision. At the time of appealing this decision, you will have to pay into the registry of the court $10,217.61. And then you will be obligated to pay $748 per month beginning on December 1st. If you don't pay that money into the registry of the court, any appeal file will be dismissed.
If I don't be out of there in 7 days, that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
If I don't be out of there in 7 days, or if I can talk to management and to make it a little longer and pay the rent when it comes to December.
So, ma'am, as you've heard, I've given everyone the opportunity to try to speak to each other to reach an agreement. And as you've heard, some people have reached agreements where they're going to be out at the end of the month. Some is 7 days. Some is immediately, which we call instanter. Those are the options. Okay, ma'am?
Yeah, I heard you, but I just don't understand you. You
Okay.
said if I do appeal Then I have to pay $10,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Still live here?
I'm sorry.
I said, I can still live here.
Ma'am, right now, your options are find another place to live, appeal my judgment, but put $10,217.61 into the registry of the court. And
how long I have to do that?
What's the statutory period, Miss Barksdale? Is it?
She got until December 1st, Judge, 7 days, because she has 7 days to appeal.
Okay. So 7 days, man.
But I put December 1st. It would normally end on the 23rd, but I just gave it to the 1st.
Okay. So you have until December 1st to file an appeal. But you have to do those steps that I told you for it to be valid.
Okay.
Okay. And ma'am, it may benefit you to try to get into a rental assistance program or find someone, a complex that is willing to engage with you in that. You don't have to be in this position. But at the same time, the landlord is not in a position where they have to keep a tenant that they don't want. This is a two-way street. It's like if you're in a relationship and you decide to leave your boyfriend doesn't get to hang around and keep calling you his girlfriend because you've said, no, I don't want that. Okay. All right. That's going to be the ruling of the court. Miss Joseph, you're free to go, ma'am. And
is the reason you telling me that to go try to find rental program because you have money in the court already for me to do that?
There are monies available, but I'm not the rental assistance person. I'm the judge. And so it has to be a two-way street, meaning you have to be wanting to do it and a landlord has to be wanting to do it. And it's an agreement and it's something that's entered into for the mutual benefit of everyone. Nobody wants to see you on the street, man. But at the same time, you just don't have the right to just stay where you want to stay.
And that,
I'm sorry, man.
I understand.
Okay. And if you are interested in trying to do something along that path, go to Clayton County ga.gov, go over to the magistrate court, and there'll be information for you to try to get yourself in a position where you're not going to be homeless. Okay, man? All right. Thank you, Miss Joseph. You're free to go. And Mr. Bryant, I'm going to remove you also. Miss Woods, you are free to go.
Alrighty, thank you, Judge.
Okay, and I think I have, or did we do the one dismissal?
We did, Judge.
Okay.
Everything is done for me. I've just submitted you the orders.
Okay, and Ms. Barksdale,
And Judge, on a side note, let me see if I got your number in my phone.
770-331-8839.
331-8839.
Yes, give me a call.
88. Okay, I'll give you a